Hello, this will be a channel message for you, for your highest good, and I trust that it found you at the perfect time. I really appreciate you being here with me in this moment, and as always, I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you. Let's totally go, let's totally get it here. This message might be a little bit short and sweet today, and I'm getting some ringing in the right ear, which means spirit is very present. And there might be some development in the space of the divine masculine here. And I get beloved, radical acceptance. Seeing all of the fire here around this heart, burning passion, burning desire, right? Transmutation by fire, and the fire is very much this yang energy. I'm talking about that divine masculine, right? Beloved, the object of affection, radical acceptance and loving what is. When the beloved appears, it requires 100% of your heart, body and soul. Don't try to squeeze the beloved into your schedule. Drop the busyness and receive the one you have been waiting for. Know that this card comes as a mirror to show you the divine within, and invite your radical acceptance of everything you consider beautiful or ugly in your being. The beloved may not be a person at all. It might be a business venture, a project, or an adventure calling for your full attention. Love it, let it light you up, and give it your all. Surrender to this truth and know that you are gaining a passport to bliss, even when it feels that you are being consumed by the fire of the beloved. Do not hold back or be afraid, for you will emerge transformed. Surrender is the key. Allow yourself to be loved. Usher the harsh critic out the door and shut your eyes and ears to the judgment of others who have not been ignited by the divine blaze consuming you, for they will only attempt to douse your fire and leave you choking on the smoke. So be careful that you are not seduced by false promises or falling prey to your extraordinary ability to sabotage your dreams and desires. My goodness. Sink with and sink into your heart and trust your sense of what is true, and you will know what to do. The true beloved is never false. Every gift preferred is valuable. Recognize the many faces of the beloved and welcome them into your heart. You will be so glad that you did. Guys, let's go. Surrender to that unconditional love for self. And I'm just getting here. The comeback is always greater than the setback, and the universe is conspiring to make this comeback happen for you. You don't have to force it. What you want, God wants for you. And there's cause for celebration here in the stillness. There's cause for celebration in the surrender, in the divine pause here. And it's almost like spirit is trying to knock you out of your schedule or something, or trying to communicate to you that everything's going to be okay. It's safe to slow down and look around and just enjoy the present moment and enjoy what you have manifested up until this point. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? With the Three of Cups. And you are going to where you want to go. It's just a matter of surrendering to this divine process with the Hanged Man. And maybe there's something about this celebratory energy and having that unconditional love for self and that unconditional love for where you're at in the process right now. There's something about that is actually going to create a sense of enlightenment. Maybe slowing down and taking that moment to really enjoy what you've got right now. Enjoy your company, enjoy the people around you. Enjoy your support system. Even if it's just that relationship that you have with yourself. There's something about giving yourself permission to really slow down and enjoy that. And from that energy, from that place, you might be reaching a higher perspective about all of this. About the goal that you have, or maybe the situation that you're in right now. Maybe there's something that needs adjustment. Maybe there's something about your energetic foundation here that needs adjustment. It might be something about your environment that is not conducive to, channeling that creative inspiration and that energy. So, it's pretty good stuff. It's pretty interesting, right? Giving yourself permission to just slow down, and it's gonna result in forward movement and forward momentum, but it's about doing things in a different way. You know, it's about not doing anything. I think this is really about not doing anything and just celebrating where you're at right now and just watching yourself manifest forward movement and manifest the result, right? But by doing it in a different way, not necessarily by taking action, but by going within and trying to cultivate a stronger sense of inner alignment and inner harmony. And this is so far outside of what we're used to doing. I feel like this kind of action or non-action is quite counterintuitive, right? And maybe the thoughts and the belief patterns are telling us, yo, we got to keep moving. It's not safe to stop right now. We got to keep applying ourselves. We got to keep like putting that pressure on ourselves so that we can take action, so that we can build, so that we can get out of where we're at right now, maybe because it doesn't really feel like it is the end goal. Maybe there's something about your space right now or your environment or your position, and it's like, yo, this is not where I want to be. So I got to hurry up and get to where I want to be. And Spirit's saying, yo, take a deep breath. Just relax. Come back home to yourself. Everything's going to be okay. You're going to get to where you want to go. And there's something about the situation that you're in right now that it's actually where you need to be. It's showing you something. It's informing you. It's helping you learn some kind of a lesson here. If we just slow down and, observe the thoughts and say, thank you, mind. I appreciate you trying to protect me, right? But I don't necessarily want to act from a place of fear. I don't want to let my past experiences and these past cycles inform me and tell me where I want to go. Because I'm going somewhere different. I'm making change in my life. I'm following the heart. I'm listening to my body here. I'm healing my nervous system. Right? I'm doing things in a way that feels good for me. And this is a process, right? And we can find ourselves moving back and forth, and the healing isn't super linear. So I feel like we've really been doing this work on cultivating that sense of inner peace. And we've got something here. We've been creating some forward movement. We've been taking the right action and maybe getting caught up in the excitement of all of this. And maybe some of us have started to push again. Right? Just had this moon transiting through Capricorn, and I felt, just me personally, I felt so activated. Like, all right, let's get things moving. Let's get things done. And there's something to that. But it's easy to get caught up in that. Spirit might be saying, yo, just chill out. Take that deep breath. Give yourself permission to celebrate, to feel pleasure, to sit and rest in joy and cultivate all of these good feelings on the inside. And this is how you're going to align yourself on a frequency and a vibrational level with this goal that you're trying to manifest, right? Something about your receptivity. It's like the masculine has been activated in some kind of way. The masculine has been stepping forward. And now we got to kind of bring it back into balance here. Maybe the feminine's feeling a little bit out of control. The feminine's like, hang on a minute, hang on. Just relax. Let's come back to that calm, that stillness. I feel like maybe I'm losing contact with my intuition a little bit, right? Maybe it's moving too quickly. Or we got like too many things on the go here, feeling a little bit scattered. Yes, very inspired, very ambitious, very keen to move forward. And we are moving forward. But the successful outcome, right, the victory that we're really chasing here is going to come from balance, inner harmony, allowing the masculine and the feminine to work together. We're going to be able to receive these divinely aligned opportunities. We exist within a quantum reality, right? The state of this reality, it changes based on the properties of the observer, which is us. So I think Spirit's saying, yo, chill out. Come back home to yourself. Love where you're at right now. Love yourself as somebody who's growing, as somebody who's changing, as somebody who's learning. And then our reality will shift itself around that. And we're always going to be asked to show up for ourselves and take inspired action, move things forward, where it feels aligned, where it feels in flow. But we're going to make sure that we're maintaining balance within our center, within our system, within our emotional center. This is where we get this healthy give and take in life, right? We develop a sense of reciprocity with life. And we're meeting spirit where it's at. And we're doing what is asked of us, and we're taking the right action. And spirit's saying right now, all right, you've done enough. Just take a breath. Just take a breath here. All right, maybe good advice from me right now. Get a bit excited. Get a bit excited here. So what energy, spirit, can we embody right now in order to move things forward in a healthy way? I get the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, right? Resting in this knowing that you are going to where you want to go, taking patient, grounded action and enjoying what you've manifested so far, the Ten of Pentacles. It's like you have manifested a stronger position for yourself in some kind of way here. Let's come back home to the gratitude of, having what we've manifested right now. And maybe something about community, spending time with friends, throwing a party or having lunch with somebody, right? Just doing something nice. This is totally just about doing something nice for yourself. Getting together with someone, taking the dogs for a walk, doing something healthy, right? Come back down to earth and looking around and saying, yo, I'm doing this. I'm creating a better position for myself, one day at a time, right? Pentacle energy. Nice, slow, grounded pentacle energy. And from that place, and really feeling like we're in that energy, is where the inspiration starts to come in. We start to have these realizations. And there might be something about confronting the truth of this dream that we've been cultivating right now. Maybe the vision that we have for ourselves is aligned, but the way that we feel inside of our body, maybe we need to sit with that, sit with these feelings. Because I'm seeing this Page of Cups, he looks a bit like, oh, is that it? Like, is that how this is going to feel? Coming back home to the feelings. How do you feel right now? We get really excited in the pursuit of this dream, and we're very used to getting dopamine and getting these positive chemicals in our brain as feedback that we're making progress and we're taking the right action. But maybe there's something that's not in balance here, and that's it, with a Chariot on the bottom of the deck with this question mark. It's like, is this balance? Am I in balance? It's like I'm more in balance than I was. But maybe I need to lean more into this, into the rest, into the celebration, into the good feelings, into the joy. Being playful about this. Having fun with this. Maybe the inner child's like, I feel like there's been a lot of healing in this space, in the inner child space. And the inner child's like, all right, like, I had my turn, right? I got to play. Now it's like back to work. And then the inner child's like, hang on a minute, like, I've got more for you. There's more magic here. Like, I can create something from this vibration, from this space, right? And maybe the balance is more towards the play end of the spectrum than we realized. And we have to transmute and burn away those feelings of like a little bit of guilt, a little bit of doubt, a little bit of shame, right? And working with that inner child that maybe never got permission to just be a kid, through that whole period of time. Like, there may be a collective here that feels like it kind of missed out on just being a kid and just playing their way through life and just being the experiment, being the observer. Just not necessarily having like a rigid mental plan or an idea or a process. It's just, I'm just going to move through life and I'm going to play through life and I'm going to see what happens. Maybe there's something about bringing things more into balance by really just embodying that, giving yourself permission to play. And Spirit's kind of saying, yo, I know it doesn't seem like it. And I know it doesn't necessarily make complete logical sense. But if you can just play your way through this next kind of experience or this situation that you're dealing with right now, it's actually going to bring more balance into your life and you're going to manifest abundance. It's going to create synchronicity and magic, and things are just going to feel easy. You're going to be inspired to take certain actions and move things forward and move through certain fears, right? Take those steps forward. But, I mean, there's a point of balance here that I think feels a lot more like play than many of us are used to experiencing here. Because there's a lot of passion. There's heaps of fiery energy here. Fervor, right? Strong belief in the cause, in the vision, in your values, which is a beautiful thing. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's really passionately trying to embody their values right now. But there's more information I feel like that's required, and it's through tapping into the intelligence of our system, our body. Our body's trying to tell us things, and maybe there's something about our body right now that's trying to slow us down. Some of you might be feeling a bit under the weather, starting to get a bit sick, right? Or just needing that kind of rest. Or there's a feeling, a stuck feeling in your energy. It's kind of just saying like, yo, I want to play. Like, I want to celebrate. I want to have a good time. Where's the good time? You know what I mean? Like, there's more information that's required here. And it's actually going to reveal this this part of us that is still suppressed. It's like the Eckhart Tolle pain body concept. Whenever I get this card, the Parasect, makes me think of the Eckhart Tolle pain body. That part of us that is sapping our energy. It's draining us. Because there's a neurotic holding pattern or a belief system or an aspect of us that is hiding in the shadows. It doesn't want to be seen. And it's living off of fear and past traumas and past patterns that no longer serve us. There is an aspect of us that is draining our energy. And it's so covert. It's so subtle. And I feel like there's another process of delayering that needs to happen here. And we might hear that and we might tense up and kind of brace for impact because we've done so much heavy emotional work up until this point. We've been pouring into ourselves. We've been peeling back the layers and it can just be exhausting. But I think there's something about this next part of the process where we really need to deepen into play. We need to lean into celebration and having a good time with this and playing our way through this process and confronting the fear that comes with that head on. And feeling that subtle, covert guilt and sitting with it and saying, I feel you, I know you're in there, but I love you because you've served me in the past. You've created limitation that has showed me certain things. You've showed me things about myself. You've showed me negative contrasts that I no longer want to experience in my life. And I'm making the choice right now to sit with you, show you love, and release you with understanding, with kindness, and a willingness to operate in a different way, to make a different choice, to play, even when you feel like things are getting a bit overboard, or it's too much, or am I doing the right thing? There's a conflict here between the mind and the body, and I think your body is telling you, yo, like, I want nourishment. I want to feel good through this process, and your body is the manifesting machine, and it is the interface between your mind and your reality, and you're being asked to tap into this energy of celebration so that you can receive, so that you can do less and manifest more experiences of joy and abundance and security and safety in your life. And I get the vanishing mirror, ego sublimation, the vanishing mirror, ego sublimation. Say that 3 times fast, guys. It's not that easy, all right? It's not, sometimes it's tricky saying these words all the time, all right? But it's okay. We're all out here doing our best. And this speaks so clearly about what I'm saying here, because there's a part of the ego identity that feels very comfortable taking a lot of action, being on the grind, feeling like through fervorous, frenetic movement, we are taking steps forward. But Spirit's saying there's a different way, and it's time to dissolve that aspect of ourselves and move things forward in a way that feels so much better. Do you ever wonder if your self-definition has become too rigid, too fixed around what you've come to learn so that you contract your life into zones of safe versus unsafe? Judgment, fear, self-righteousness, and overconfidence are only some of the traits that keep you from evolving. We are all products of our conditioning. So remember that this is part of the human experience, yet you are not meant to remain static. Seeking only what you expect, even if it appears ambitious, is still too narrow. You go nowhere when you hesitate to move out of your comfort zone. When you focus too much on yourself this way, you become a servant of the ego. Imagine looking into a mirror and seeing only what you are now. If you can let your self-definition soften, moving beyond the veil to your potential, a magical emptiness exists where all things are possible. What would you see reflected if you allowed yourself to be other than how you define yourself now? Nothing less is required of you now. In this moment, let go of who you think you are and allow a new you to emerge. You will recognize yourself as what you are, a partner in co-creation in service to the divine. Doesn't it feel good? Yo, question everything. Be open to this new experience because you are a limitless soul spirit who is asking for more play, more joy, more abundance, being received into your life experience by doing less, dissolving the things that we have always identified with and choosing a different way, making a different choice, right? One of celebration. So let's go, guys. Thank you so much for sharing this incredible, magical, ever evolving and expanding space with me. And I absolutely cannot wait to do it all again in the next reading. So much love to you guys. I appreciate and love you so much. Well, peace forever. Bye-bye.